The 21st Annual South St. Paul Educational Foundation Scholarship Awards Banquet. Thank you very, very much for being here. My name is Lee Nelson, and on behalf of the Board of Directors, I again welcome you. Before we get started, I would like to take a moment to recognize a few organizations and individuals who have made this evening's event possible. Thank you to Bremer Bank and Progress Plus, who have teamed up, and they paid for the dinners for all the students here this evening. Thank you to Gerton's Greenhouses, who provided all the greenery you see around the room tonight. And thank you very much to American Bank. Each recipient of a scholarship this evening will have their photograph taken, and a framed copy of that photograph will be available to the student courtesy of American Bank. This brings up another detail. Upon completion of the awards this evening, all scholarship recipients will be asked to go to the competition gym where a group photo will be taken and further instructions relative to their scholarships will be shared. A special thanks to the parents and volunteers who gave their time and efforts this afternoon setting the room up for this evening. And to Sharon Jakacki, wherever she is, who on a day-to-day basis keeps the information and organization of this event flowing and has worked for the past many weeks getting it done. Sharon, over the past year, has become an integral part of the Educational Foundation and all its work. Another group of people who have spent a considerable amount of time so that this event could be held this evening is a scholarship committee. These are the people who have spent countless hours poring over the scholarship applications, comparing that to the criteria for which they pertain, and it's these people who make the decision as to who gets what scholarship. However, until this evening, to them, they are only comparing an application with a number on it to scholarship criteria. They have no idea who the individual is who's filled out the application. So somewhere among you tonight are seated the scholarship committee. I don't know who they are. I've been involved with this group for several years. They will only be able to be thanked this evening in just a few minutes when I ask you for a warm round of applause for them. And most especially, we want to thank the scholarship donors whose generosity it is that has made this evening possible. They not only continue to make these evenings possible, they have grown these evenings. 20 years ago, in 1985, the Educational Foundation held its first scholarship awards. There were 3 recipients that night. The grand total was $3,500 total. Tonight, there will be 113 recipients receiving in the neighborhood of $200,000. It's those donors who over these past 20 years have done such a phenomenal job. Please thank them. And by the way, as a special treat, 2 of the 3 recipients that got these scholarships in 1985 are with us tonight. You will hear from them, and you will hear a letter from the 3rd. Now, it is my distinct honor and privilege to introduce the head table. Beginning on my left, your right, Ms. Susan O'Brien, Executive Director of the Educational Foundation, Mr. Tom Pugh, our guest speaker this evening, and Ms. Shelly Forrester, the Chairperson of South St. Paul Special School District No. 6 Board of Education. On my right, your left, Mr. Butch Manning, Principal, South St. Paul High School, Dr. Dana Babbitt, Superintendent, South St. Paul Public Schools, the lovely Miss Molly Babbitt, who lets Dana hang around with her, and then one of the 2 recipients, Miss Maureen Francis Ricard, and Mr. Steve Lewandowski, the 2 you will be hearing from in a little bit. With that, we've asked Dr. Babbitt to come forward and say a few words. So if you would, please, Dr. Babbitt.
Good evening and welcome to the premier event of the 2004-2005 school year. Tonight, we will witness what the South St. Paul School District and the community of South St. Paul are all about. A district where performing beyond the expected is the norm. We are a community that values our education and our young people. We are a community that believes in giving back. And tonight we have 113 future South St. Paul graduates who will be receiving close to $200,000 in scholarships to assist them in their post-secondary endeavors. I want to start by being one of the very first people congratulating all of our scholarship winners tonight. I wish you all well in your futures. And as you embark on your various careers and your life's work, reflect back on tonight. Reflect back on what these people here tonight are doing for you, and someday I hope you can give back and do the same for someone else. I also want to thank all the scholarship sponsors. Without you, of course, this wonderful evening would not be possible. Thank you again so much. This event is sponsored by the South St. Paul Education Foundation, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of them. Mr. Nelson, I thought you were going to introduce him before, but I wonder if we could have the foundation just stand up, all the board members, if you would stand up right now. Well, there's the first faux pas, because Susan's going to introduce them later. I'm sorry, that's all right. You're going to get introduced twice. These types of events also require a lot of planning, preparation, organization, and just plain hard work. The two people most responsible for tonight are Susan O'Brien and Sharon Jakacki. And please thank them your thanks tonight, too. In addition, when you get a chance, say a word of thanks to our cooks, our technicians, our custodians for all their efforts to make tonight a success. And finally, in South St. Paul, we are very fortunate to have an excellent school board made up of very dedicated people doing their best to make a positive difference in the school district. Please welcome the chairperson of the South St. Paul School Board, Ms. Shelly Forrester. Shelly?
Good evening, students, parents, teachers, administrators, scholarship presenters, and members of our community. South St. Paul has a tradition of excellence and pride in our schools. It has been an amazing year on the school board. This year, the board has authorized an implementation of an all-day kindergarten program next year without a fee, giving our students a better start to their school career. We are excited about the K-12 IB curriculum that will be district-wide. Starting next year, we'll be implementing one strand in each grade level, and then following the next year, we'll be implementing district-wide. The curriculum is internationally based and is for all students regardless of learning style or learning ability. It's my privilege and honor to introduce our school board tonight. And members, if you would please stand when I introduce your name and stay standing until we've all completed. First, Deb Clark, Kay Erickson, Bruce Haggerty, Carrie Petrozewski, Todd Pogorski, and John Voyevich. Thank you. On behalf of the school board, I'd like to congratulate the students that are receiving scholarships from the South St. Paul Educational Foundation. This year, over 70% of our seniors are going on to some form of higher education. Parents, you should be proud that your son or daughter has chosen to make a difference in the world by furthering their education. At this time, I want to acknowledge all of our past school board members. Their contributions to South St. Paul schools are immeasurable. They continue to volunteer their time and are constantly standing up for public education. We thank them for the vision and dedication they have for our schools. The past school board members in attendance this evening are Bernie St. Peter, if you'd like to stand also. Okay. Dick Castle. Lee Nelson. John Lawley. Jane Letson. And Wendy Felton. Thank you to the Educational Foundation for their commitments to the students. Thank you to Susan O'Brien for her service to the Educational Foundation and her leadership. The foundation has been investing in the education of future generations since 1985 and will continue to do so. This year, there was about $200,000 in scholarships available to the class of 2005. The foundation helps not only the seniors of South St. Paul High School, but also all students in kindergarten through 12th grade. Please check out their website at www.sspps.org and see the countless ways they help out. We have an amazing foundation, and we are truly blessed in South St. Paul with caring citizens and alumni who help maintain the pride, tradition, and excellence at South St. Paul High School through their volunteer efforts, generosity, and support of South St. Paul schools. It is now my honor to introduce your high school principal, Principal Manning.
Thank you, Shelly. Good evening and welcome to all of you on this joyous occasion. I'd like to start by thanking the South St. Paul Education Foundation and Miss Susan O'Brien for allowing me to be part of this activity. Now at this point, being the third in line, I can take my notes and throw them away because everything's been said. So I'm going to have to ad-lib just a little bit here. I'm going to tell you a little bit about our seniors of 2005. As they're mixed amongst you, take a look at them because they are intelligent. They're hardworking. They're committed. They're trendsetters. They're caring. But most of all, they're solid, outstanding citizens. You make me extremely proud. You make the community proud. You make everybody associated with you proud. Thank you for allowing me to be part of your world and your success. Students of South St. Paul, please rise. I need you all up. Oh, I want you to stay up, please. Stay up. Stay up. Throughout this evening, people are going to be honoring you. But we really need to take some time to take a look at the people around you. Those people who love you, who care for you, and who have led you to this point in your life. And then I'd like you especially to take a look at the people who are part of the foundation. And I would like you to join me in saying, thank you, Foundation. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Foundation. For the one. You may now sit down. We are thanking you for the wonderful work you do, and we want to let you know that we appreciate what you do for us. Foundation, you are truly special. Thank you, and have a great evening.
Thank you, Mr. Manning. And now we are going to hear a few words from Mr. Steve Lewandowski, again, one of the 3 original recipients of scholarships back just a short time ago. Mr. Lewandowski.
Thank you. This is amazing to come back and look around. I was just talking with Maureen, and I believe our first scholarship dinner was really just tied on with the National Honor Society banquet. And it's amazing to see what this has grown into. And not a whole lot of words, but I think as I look at this, I see a community, and for the students out there, a community that's really looking to invest in your future, and the commitment that they made, what you see in the scholarships, are an investment in your future and in all of our future. And for that, I want to thank the foundation members who made this possible to start it 20 years ago, and hope that we can continue this, and as you complete your education and get out into the community, if you can do the same to support the students behind you. Thanks.
Thank you for coming this evening. And now it's my honor and privilege to introduce our guest speaker this evening, some might argue Mr. South St. Paul. You can all read in the program that Tom Pugh grew up here, graduated from here, went to Dartmouth, went to the University of Minnesota where he got his Juris Doctorate, practices law here in town, represented this community for 15 years in the House of Representatives. Now just last September, I believe it was, left the House as he was appointed by Governor Pawlenty to the Public Utilities Commission, was then reappointed in January of this year to the Public Utilities Commission. All the while, he still practices law. However, when you call his office and say, what's Tom like to do? And they go through the bit. He lives with his beautiful wife, Susan, here in town, and 2 wonderful children and all that. And Tom loves to play golf, and he plays hockey. And did we mention that he loves to play golf? And so anyway, please help me welcome Mr. Tom Pugh.
Thank you very much. It's great for me to be here. For the seniors that are here, I was here 38 years ago in your shoes, sharing those same emotions. And actually, in my senior year, I think I may have babysat the last speaker, Steve Lewandowski. I know when I was your age, and at this time of the year, I had a lot of different emotions. Exhilaration that I was just about done with high school, fear because I was about to leave home to go away to college, and I remember sitting through the speakers at a variety of functions and listening to them try to give hope, hoping not to instill fear, and I'm going to try to follow those footsteps and also try to not create a lot of boredom. In doing that and trying to avoid that, I did go to the computer, which is a relatively new experience for me. I checked out Google. You can read commencement speeches from everyone, President Bush to the senior at Columbia University 10 years ago. I read many of those and gave up because none of them seemed to apply to you nor to me. So what I ended up doing was to get an idea, just take you through a few of my years, some of the influences that I had in my growing up in South St. Paul, and hopefully those can translate to your lives as well. I'll start when my parents moved within the city of South St. Paul, and I had to transfer grade schools from Central Grade School to Roosevelt Grade School. For you seniors, neither of those exist anymore. Roosevelt is a playground, soccer fields down on Fifth Avenue. But when we moved there, the school wasn't quite as highly technical as it is today. I remember standing in the hallway with the other transfer students when the principal, I believe it was Mr. Hughesby, and there's a scholarship in his name here tonight, came up to the group and asked questions. My question was, if you weren't here today, what would you be doing? Reading books or something else? I wasn't very bright then. I said I'd probably be playing baseball. I ended up in the class that needed remedial help in reading. But because of that, I met and spent my weekdays with a guy named Arnold. Not Schwarzenegger, I'll get to him later. Arnold Sari, who was a 6th grade teacher at that time. And he was a very strong influence in my life. He was the first teacher to talk to me about going to college, first teacher to talk about going to law school, first teacher that talked about going out of state to school. No one in my family, either parent's side, had ever gone to college. So this was all news to me. But it was inspirational, and I, throughout my school career, remembered his words. Sometime after getting out of the 6th grade, I went on and obviously to junior high, progressed, and I started spending winters with Whitey Willer, who was also a teacher in South St. Paul, but happened to be my Bantam hockey coach. Now, if there are seniors here that played hockey, this was all outdoors, and I don't want to. It wasn't 3 miles uphill both ways to the rink. One direction was uphill. But there were no plows. We had shovels. You shoveled the rink before you got started. And for those of you that saw the movie Miracle, when they do that endless session of stops and starts after losing the game, and the players on that team called those Herbies. Those were called Whiteys before Herbie coached the Olympic team. We did tons of stops and starts. We prayed for the temperature to drop below 20 below zero so Whitey would quit practice before we got into stops and starts. There were some on the team that even kind of shot pucks in his direction, hoping that maybe a bruised thigh might have Whitey call practice short. But Whitey certainly imparted to us inspiration and staying dedicated, trying hard, and working. For those of you that might be Simpson fans, when Homer counseled his kids saying, "Hey kids, you tried your best, you failed miserably, the lesson is never try," we didn't have any Homers or Barts on the Bantam team with Coach Willer. You tried or you were no longer wearing the blue jersey. Sometime after Bantams, I went on and met another coach who was inspirational and helpful in my life. Charles Lefty Smith was the high school hockey coach. His name, I think, appears on a couple of scholarships that you'll be hearing about later on tonight. He was a member of the class of 47 hockey team, which I think they also have a scholarship here. One of the lines that I remember best from Coach Smith was that hockey was a game of mistakes. Every team makes lots of mistakes in the game of hockey, but the team that makes the fewest mistakes is the team that'll win. And it's something that's carried over for me in almost everything that I've done. There's very little that we do. In any career, in anywhere you appear, we aren't going to make mistakes, but learning from those and trying to make fewer mistakes, I think, is the key. Now, Lefty was very influential in my life because he was the one who talked to me in my sophomore and junior year about taking the SAT test. I know for seniors here, ACT and SAT tests are pretty routine, but back then, we didn't really have a lot of people taking those tests, and it wasn't automatic. They didn't have preparation courses. But Lefty talked me into doing that. He started talking to coaches in the Ivy League and Eastern schools, and I started getting letters from those schools. Now, that might seem like a big deal. What that meant was I was a better student than hockey player. The good hockey players going to the University of Minnesota, Michigan, and places like that. But it was an opportunity to open my eyes to schools outside of this state. Lefty, Arnold, Whitey were all teachers, and more so for me, they were far more than that. They were counselors, advisors, personal trainers, coaches, and later in life, friends. And I could name many, many other teachers that I had that helped me and influenced my life. The impact of my family, ministers, and teachers through those first 18 years was very crucial in what happened in the rest of my life. I chose these three for kind of another reason. If you take the first letters in their names, Lefty, Arnold, Whitey, spells law, which was my direction from that point on. I went on to Dartmouth College, graduated from there. In the process, met Susan, my wife. She was from the Massachusetts area. Actually, Mr. Sari warned me about if you go to an Eastern school, don't come back with an Eastern girl as a wife. That was one part of the advice I failed on, but I think it's been a great success for me. We moved back here. I attended the University of Minnesota Law School. We raised our 2 children. I attended events just like this for both my daughter Amy, about 14 years ago, and son Doug, 6 years ago. After graduating from law school, I joined a law firm here in South St. Paul. I've been there ever since. In 1988, I was elected to the Minnesota legislature and served until just last year. During a part of that time, I served as the minority leader, the Democratic leader in the Minnesota House, and that gave me plenty of opportunities. But to this point, I probably talked way too much about me. I did that in hopes of allowing you to translate into your lives some of the influences that you seniors may have. I'm sure you have teachers, ministers, family members who have inspired you just the same as the people I mentioned in my life. You can substitute their names, and they are the ones that will make it possible for you to succeed. We're all from South St. Paul, you seniors, and we share roots. I hate to do this, to go back to The Simpsons, but Bart one time said that he was through with working. Working is for chumps. And I'm sure there may be a lot of kids out there, probably a lot of adults out there who would agree with that. But there really aren't many in South St. Paul that agree with that. South St. Paul, I think, has a tradition of hardworking families. There aren't chumps here. This isn't Springfield. It's a great community that has raised strong families. And it's a community that's grown up with tough competition. Our schools have had to compete with the students that are coming out of wealthier communities. We always hear about the prospects of schools in Edina, Minnetonka, some of the other communities. We're competing with them academically and in sports. We hear about how well the students do in the private schools. They're our competition as well. But South St. Paul has a grand tradition of turning out successes. We've done great service, great public service. We've had, I think, and from my experience, I can talk about the contributions to public life that this little town has made. Winston Churchill once said that we make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. And in South St. Paul, we've been the home of 3 governors in this small town, and including our current governor, Tim Pawlenty. A current Minnesota State president is Jim Metzen, South St. Paulite, graduate of this school. In Minnesota, we've only elected 2 women to serve in Congress. The second of those women is Betty McCollum, who's a graduate of South St. Paul. The list goes on. We've had a number of people who have made a strong mark in public service who are graduates of this city, of this school and residents of this city. As I told you, I was elected to office and served for a number of years. In my role, and certainly seniors, there was no guess at the time I was in your shoes that my life would go this direction. But I've met 9 Minnesota governors. I've met everybody who served in Congress and the U.S. Senate from Minnesota. I've met 2 presidents, Clinton and the old Bush, Bush father, senior. I rode in a motorcade with Al Gore, and some would say, most importantly, I shook hands with the Dalai Lama. These opportunities came to me in large part because of the motivation from the teachers that I had and the people that I mentioned to you earlier. Now, the people in South St. Paul have done something else as a great public service, not just in elected office, not gains in private business. They gathered together some 20 years ago to create the South St. Paul Education Foundation. And they did that to make contributions to students from this community. It's a way of concentrating our efforts. If I make a donation to Dartmouth College or to the University of Minnesota, to Gustavus, where my children went, you name the school, the odds of that help going directly to a South St. Paul resident is pretty slim. You make the contribution to the South St. Paul Education Foundation, you know it's going to a South St. Paul graduate, and I think that's fantastic. It was the brainstorm of David Metzen, who I think you'll hear from a little bit later on, our former superintendent, and I know Susan O'Brien was there from the start. They worked hard to put this idea together and to make it happen. And for you seniors, we hope that this will be very helpful to you. The little boost that you get today, in fact, by looking at the numbers, a big boost on a number of these. Like me, you're going to leave for school with a toolbox. A lot of skills that you were born with, a lot of skills you developed on your own, but many skills that were imparted to you by your teachers, by your family, your coaches, ministers, others, people important in your life. Now, most speakers will tell you, and maybe you'll hear some at other commencement events, to follow your dreams. That's good advice, but before I close, I just want to talk a little bit about taking some time to identify your dream, determining your dream. It's very important to know where you're going and why you're going there. Yogi Berra once warned, if you don't know where you're going, you might wind up somewhere else. And winding up somewhere else can be very devastating. Even Princess Di once said, being a princess isn't all it's cracked up to be. Finding a pursuit that matches your skill level, your interests, and balances with the demands of your family and your career may take some time and effort. But with the right choices, life can, in fact, be all it's cracked up to be. My advice would be, as you enter college, be patient, explore your options, experiment with different areas of study before you commit to any chosen profession or line of work. We've been told a number of times the future's in your hands. You've got many opportunities to serve your family, to serve our community and our nation. I certainly hope that the contributions of this foundation will give you a good start and will be a great investment in both your future and the future of this state and nation. In closing, I mentioned that in my legislative life, I was able to meet 2 presidents. There's a really good chance that I've actually met 3. Perhaps one of this class could be a president, and we'd all be honored to know that you make that contribution to the future of our nation. So with that, I just want to congratulate the seniors and bless you all. Thank you for having me as a part of this. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Pugh. We greatly appreciate your taking the time to join us this evening and share some of the stories of your life and your experiences. With that, folks, we'll move to the reason for which you all came tonight. And guiding us through this process, yet again, Ms. Susan O'Brien, Executive Director of the Educational Foundation.
Thank you, Lee, and thank you, Tom. Tonight is a very special night for the Educational Foundation and our community. We had over $202,000 in scholarships available for our 2005 seniors. Not all of the scholarships were awarded because we did not have qualified applicants for some of the scholarships. But it's absolutely amazing to go from $3,750 in scholarships 20 years ago to over $202,000 today. And that is due to the generosity of the people in this room and others. I just can't thank all you donors enough. It's just wonderful, and you students, it's great that you have the opportunity that has been provided you. And I'd like to give my thank you also to the Anonymous Selection Committee, who are here tonight to put faces with the numbers that identified the scholarship applicants. And I'd also like to thank Sharon Jakacki, my assistant, who helped put this evening together, and Sue McDaniels, high school teacher, who will be the voice behind the bios as each recipient comes up to the podium. Thank you, Sue. And I returned to my office today and found a beautiful bouquet of roses on my desk. And the card was signed, South St. Paul High School, Class of 2005, and District Office staff. Thank you to each of you members of the Class of 2005 that are in this room, and the people in the District Office, Mr. Manning. Go by the office on Marie Avenue, and they're there. They're just beautiful. Thanks so much. Really appreciate it. Including the awards tonight and in the past, will have given away over $1,800,000 in scholarships to almost 1,500 students. And through the foundation, we've provided program and curriculum enhancements and enrichments totaling $1.8 million also. The foundation really has made a difference for our students here in South St. Paul. A big program that we just funded this year was the application for the middle and primary years international baccalaureate program that's scheduled to begin next year in our 7th grade and our elementary schools. Now I'd like to introduce the members of our foundation board that are present tonight, and I hope they'll stand as I call their names. Brenda Affelbacher, Cheryl Carter, Robin Haggerty, Diane Keir, John Lawley, Jody Poppy, Lee Nelson, Tom Voigt, Jerry Gunderman, and John Wilkie. Carrie Petrozewski and Dana Babbitt are our school board and school liaisons. And the members that aren't here tonight are Jeff Cant, Lori Bauer, Jordy Evans, Molly Glebby, Mary Niederkorn, and Ken Rolfe. Thank you. Without their efforts, none of this would be possible. And as the evening progresses, you can see we have a wide range of scholarships for students of all abilities, attending all different types of schools, and we're really proud of that. The value of the scholarships ranges from $500 to $12,000. So we have many scholarships available for our young people. Before we begin, will the parents of the students who receive a scholarship please stand as your son or daughter comes forward? And the presenters and recipients, please stand here and face the audience so that the cameras that are televising this for cable at home, so that the people can see your faces. And then after that, we'd like you to go behind Mr. Manning and Dr. Babbitt over to my right, your left, to have a picture taken. And if we have multiple scholarships awarded for one organization, would you please stay over there so that we can get all of you in a group picture? The first scholarship being awarded tonight is the Art and Lois Gillen Scholarship. This scholarship was established by the Levander, Gillen, and Miller Law Firm in honor of Art's retirement from the firm. Presenting the scholarship is John Steckler from the Levander, Gillen, and Miller firm.
On behalf of the law firm of Levander, Gillen, and Miller, Art and Lois Giller, and the Gillen family, I'm honored to present this scholarship to Ashley Brevig.
Ashley loves to dance. She has danced since she was 3 years old. She also likes going to movies and shopping. She plans on attending the University of St. Thomas, majoring in marketing management. Getting a scholarship would mean a lot to Ashley. Not having a job, it is very hard for her parents, and it would help out financially very much.
This is the 13th year that the Doc Flom Scholarship has been given. It was established in 1993 after Doc died by family, friends, students. Presenting the scholarship tonight is Doc's son, Eric, a 1981 graduate. Eric.
Hi, thank you very much, Susan. This year's scholarship is awarded to Brittany Norwood.
Brittany's favorite pastime is spending time with friends. Brittany has participated in volleyball, basketball, and choir during high school. She plans on attending Winona State, majoring in psychology. Receiving a scholarship would mean a lot to Brittany. College is very important to her and her family. A scholarship would really help her and her family with the cost of college.
This is the 16th year that family and friends have made the Doug Ninneman Scholarship available. Presenting the scholarship in Doug's memory is his sister Cheryl Carter.
Douglas was a 1954 graduate of South St. Paul, and I am proud and privileged to award this scholarship to Luke Nillis. Luke enjoys doing all kinds of outdoor activities.
Luke enjoys doing all kinds of outdoor activities, such as fishing, playing pickup sports, as well as winter activities. Another hobby of Luke's is woodworking. He plans to make it a career through self-employment. He will attend Winona State, majoring in general contracting. Receiving one of the scholarships would mean a lot to Luke, as well as to his family. College is very expensive, and being able to do what he can to help out would be very rewarding.
The Ed Wiederstrom Scholarship was established in 2002 by the family and friends of Ed, who died suddenly. And Ed was a member of the class of 1970. The recipient of this scholarship is Nicole Kraus.
Nicole is a people person and a very hard worker. She loves to play sports and do volunteer work. Nicole has been involved in softball, soccer, basketball, and student council. She plans on attending Augsburg College, majoring in business and marketing. Since Augsburg is very expensive, receiving a scholarship would help her greatly.
The Elaine Lucking Memorial Scholarship was established in Elaine's memory by the James Group Solutions. The recipient of this scholarship is Conrad Shelly.
Conrad's interests are in aviation and automobiles. His favorite classes in school are history and literature. Conrad plans to attend the University of North Dakota. To him, receiving a scholarship would be a great help towards attaining an education for his lifelong career goal, being a commercial pilot.
This is the 9th year for the Larry Grew Scholarship. Larry was a member of the class of 1960, a member of our foundation board, who received a scholarship to attend Colgate University and believed in giving back so that others could have the opportunity which he had. Presenting the scholarship tonight is Larry's mother, Jeanette Grew.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to present this scholarship to Lacey Peifer.
Lacey enjoys music, reading, and being with her friends. She plans on attending North Dakota State College, majoring in chiropractics. Receiving a scholarship would mean a chance to go to the college she really wants to.
The Leslie Sutherland Law Creative Spirit Scholarship was established in 1986 by the family and friends of Leslie, who died of leukemia. Leslie was a 1977 graduate, and presenting the scholarship in her name is Diane Keir, Foundation Board member and good friend of Leslie's.
And in Leslie's memory, I'm hoping I'm presenting this to a real go-getter who I wish the very best to, and it's Ashley Miller.
Ashley adores animals and would professionally like to help them. Ashley has been involved in hockey, track, and soccer. She plans on attending the University of Minnesota, studying veterinarian medicine. Receiving a scholarship would help her reach her goal of becoming a veterinarian.
Lorraine Wojak was a switchboard operator back in the days when the schools had switchboards. And she had a very wonderful relationship with service students. And her scholarship, it goes to a student who has been a service student. The recipient of the Lorraine Wojak Memorial Award is Stacy Schlemmer.
Outside of school, Stacy loves being outside, going to cabins, fishing, running, and taking care of her animals. She's been involved in soccer, dance, and track. Stacy plans on attending Inver Hills Community College. Getting a scholarship would be very important to her. It would help her get through college, and she wouldn't have to worry on how much she's going to have to pay for her schooling.
The Lou Kerchowski Scholarship is new this year and was established by Lou, who had 6 children, all of whom were South St. Paul graduates. Presenting this scholarship tonight, she established is Lou.
I'm happy to be here this evening to give this scholarship to Leah Cruzel. Leah?
Outside of school, Leah enjoys skiing, riding horses, four-wheeling, working at her job, and taking care of her animals. She's been involved in tennis for 3 years. Leah plans on attending the University of River Falls, majoring in veterinary medicine. With the career that she is choosing, she will be in school at least for 8 years. Receiving a scholarship will help her become a veterinarian.
The Metzen Realty Scholarship is provided by Metzen Realty owners David, Tom, and Jim, and Russ Letson and Larry Danich. The recipient of this scholarship is Sarah Lauren Schmidt.
Sarah has been involved in 4-H for the last 5 years. Her interest within that organization has been youth leadership and community service. Receiving a scholarship would enable her to pursue a career in the field of human services. Sarah plans on attending Inver Hills Community College and really believes in mentoring. She only hopes that mentoring young youths as well as the people who mentored her. To receive a scholarship would be the greatest honor.
The Midwest Vending Scholarship was established because of Midwest's belief in our young people and our community. The recipient of this scholarship is Mallory Yorkson.
Mallory strives to be excellent in everything she does, whether it's sports or academics. She is responsible, reliable, respectful, and understanding. Mallory has participated in hockey and soccer. She plans on attending Robert Morris University with a possible health or business-related degree. Receiving a scholarship would be a great honor for her. She believes hard work always pays off, and she knows that she's worked hard in school and in extracurricular activities so she can earn a scholarship.
This is the 3rd year for the Pro Touch Painting Scholarship established by Pro Touch owners Georgia and Jim Hoffman. The recipient of this scholarship is Justin Alford.
Justin likes to play video games and cards. He plans on attending Dakota County Technical College, majoring in architectural engineering. He would be very grateful to receive money to help him learn his future skill so he can be successful in life.
The Roosevelt PTA Endowed Scholarship was established in 1993 upon the closing of Roosevelt School. Presenting the scholarship tonight will be Mary and Dwight Lundquist. They were Roosevelt parents.
I don't know if any of you are aware of this, but the Roosevelt PTA Scholarship has achieved a milestone tonight. Out here in front of me are the last alumni of Roosevelt School. These fine folks were in kindergarten during our last year of existence. So how many went to Roosevelt for kindergarten? Yay!
The winner this evening is Robert Saver.
Robert's outside interests include snowboarding, playing the drums, and running. His favorite pastime would have to be ice fishing. He has been involved in soccer, football, and track. Robert plans on attending the University of Minnesota Duluth, majoring in computer programming. Receiving a scholarship would mean a great deal to him and to his parents.
The Thomas Sabaski Scholarship was established by family and friends in Tom's memory. Tom was a member of the class of 1982. The recipient of this scholarship is Adam Keel.
Adam has been involved in football, track, and weightlifting. He is attending Northern State University to play football, but more importantly, Adam is going to get an education. He's majoring in secondary education with a goal to come back to South St. Paul and teach history. Receiving a scholarship from the Education Foundation would greatly reduce the financial strains that he would have.
Xcel Energy not only supplies electricity and natural gas, but also believes in supporting the students in which they do business. Presenting the Xcel Energy Scholarship tonight is Colette Urett.
Xcel Energy is very pleased to invest in the future success of Ryan Bessler.
Ryan enjoys playing cards, football, and wrestling. He was active in football, wrestling, and debate. Ryan plans on attending Hamline University and majoring in law.
The Francis and Patty Belgian Scholarship was established by their family in memory of their parents who lived in South St. Paul during the first years of their marriage. The recipient of this scholarship is Michael Traynor.
Michael wants to become an elementary education teacher because he volunteered at Leakin Center and the kids inspired him and sparked an interest in becoming an elementary education teacher. Michael's favorite pastime is hanging out with friends and reading books. He plans on attending the University of St. Thomas. Receiving a scholarship means helping him to achieve his goals of helping others to learn.
Former South St. Paul teachers Henry and Laura Mae Howe are still giving back to our students through their Endowed Scholarship. The recipient of the Howe Endowed Scholarship for a student going to a four-year college is Abigail Shubat.
Abigail loves to be around friends and family. They enjoy going to the movies, shopping, and socializing with each other. Her favorite pastime is being around children. Abigail would love to have the opportunity to teach children and make a difference in their lives. She plans on attending the University of Minnesota Duluth, majoring in education. Receiving this scholarship would give her a chance to enhance her education with a peace of mind, knowing that some of the tuition would be paid through a great organization.
The Howe Endowed Vocational Scholarship is presented to Christina Sauerer.
Christina has participated in gymnastics during high school. She plans on attending Argosy University, where she would like to become a veterinarian technician. If she were to receive a scholarship, it would mean a lot to her family and to her, and it would help to pay for college.
The Mel Fisher South St. Paul Kiwanis Scholarship was established upon Mel's death early this year for a student involved in the Key Club. Mel was a Phi-Ed and adaptive Phi-Ed teacher in South St. Paul for many years. And presenting the scholarship in his name is his granddaughter, Maggie Fisher.
Mel Fisher was a teacher for 31 years, 17 of those years in South St. Paul. He was also a member of the Kiwanis and was the charter president of the newly organized club in 1991. He served as lieutenant governor for the district twice, and he was the advisor for the South St. Paul Key Club. All of his grandchildren are graduates of South St. Paul and several of his grandchildren. I'm happy to present this scholarship in memory of my grandpa to Stephen Reese.
Stephen's outside interests and pastimes include fishing, soccer, tennis, spending time with friends, and traveling. He's been involved in soccer, tennis, and Key Club. Stephen plans on attending St. Thomas University, majoring in business and computer science. To him, receiving a scholarship would show that his hard work was not overlooked.
The Ken and Shirley Flatiger Memorial Scholarship, Endowed Scholarship, was established in memory of Ken and Shirley, who were both teachers in the South St. Paul schools. Actually, Ken was a history teacher and Shirley was a speech therapist, and all three of their children graduated from South St. Paul also. The recipient of this scholarship is Stephanie Valento.
Stephanie has participated in softball, basketball, and debate. She plans on attending the College of St. Catherine's, majoring in secondary education with an emphasis in math. She comes from a very large family, so receiving a scholarship would mean a lot to her and to her family.
The Steve Sillianoff Endowed Scholarship was established in 1979 by friends and former students of Steve's upon his retirement from teaching in South St. Paul. The recipient of the Steve Sillianoff Endowed Scholarship is Michael Price.
Michael enjoys hunting, fishing, golfing, and being with friends. He has participated in football, hockey, and golf. Michael plans on attending Winona State University, majoring in business. Receiving a scholarship would not only be an honor, but it would also be a great help in paying for college.
The Karl Cropsey Endowed Scholarship was established by Karl, a 1956 graduate of South St. Paul High School, for a student pursuing a social science or social studies career or medical career. The recipient is Alicia Anderson.
Alicia Anderson's interests include travel. She's been to a lot of states and to other countries, such as Australia, New Zealand, Germany, Switzerland, Italy, France, the Netherlands, and Austria. She loves spending time outdoors. Other things that interest Alicia are the military, NASA, astronomy, aeronautical engineering, and law enforcement. She plans on attending Metropolitan University, majoring in law enforcement. Receiving a scholarship would mean a lot to her because it shows the dedication that she has put forth throughout the years.
The Leo Hughesby Scholarship was established by Mike Leach, who was a student of his at Roosevelt Elementary School. And Mr. Hughesby encouraged him to get his high school education, and he feels he would not have gotten it without the encouragement from Mr. Hughesby. He was a very influential person in Mike's life. The recipient of this scholarship is Shannon King.
One of Shannon's favorite pastimes is scrapbooking. She hopes to one day be able to help others improve their health through becoming a dietitian. In the fall, not only will she be attending college, but her brother will be going as well. Her parents will not be able to provide as much funding, so any additional funds that she would receive would help.
The Mary Jane Morin Scholarship was established 3 years ago by family and friends of Mary Jane, who was a teacher, principal in our South St. Paul schools for 31 years, over 33 years, I guess. Mary Jane's children, Paul and Mickey, will present the scholarship, and they're both South St. Paul graduates.
Thanks, Susan. Paul and I are proud to present the Mary Jane Morin Memorial Scholarship to Kenneth Cutler, Jr.
Kenneth's favorite pastime is playing basketball. He is interested in politics, business, and sports. Kenneth will attend Hamline University, majoring in the legal professions, education, or business. Receiving a scholarship would make him feel very grateful that he had the privilege of the South St. Paul Educational Foundation recognizing him as a candidate to receive a scholarship.
The John Olson Memorial Scholarship was established in memory of John, a custodian at Lincoln Center who passed away very suddenly at a young age. John was a 1970 graduate of South St. Paul High School. And the recipient of this scholarship is Randy Larson.
Some of Randy's interests are swimming, fishing, sports, campfires, hanging out with friends, and watching movies at the drive-in. He's been involved in swimming throughout his high school career. He plans on attending Inver Hills Community College, majoring in EMT, firefighting, or X-ray technician. If he was given a scholarship, he would be very pleased that someone was nice enough to give him some money to go to school.
Pat Koss worked as a health aide at the old Lincoln School up on Thompson, and she was a wonderful gal and died of cancer. And her family and friends have established this scholarship in her memory. And the scholarship recipient is Amanda Belke.
Amanda enjoys reading, dancing, and camping. She was active in dance. She plans on attending St. Scholastica and majoring in nursing. Receiving a scholarship would be an honor. It would help her to pursue her goal of going to college.
The Abner Rood Post 481 Scholarship, established in 1996, is a great example of the support we receive in the Educational Foundation from our community service organizations. Presenting this scholarship is Dick Castle of the Post and past Foundation board member.
Thank you, Susan. On behalf of the 80 members of the American Abner Rood Post 481 of South St. Paul, I'm very pleased to award this $1,000 scholarship to Alexa Smith.
Alexa enjoys playing sports and hopes to continue playing soccer at college. She's participated in soccer and softball throughout high school. Alexa plans on attending Gustavus Adolphus College, pursuing a degree in public service. Receiving a scholarship would mean more opportunities and a successful college career.
The Alan J. Phelps Scholarship is being awarded this year for the first time, and it was established in memory of Alan, a 1929 South St. Paul High School graduate. Alan was a civil engineer, and from the time he was very young in grade school, he always wanted to be an engineer. And this scholarship is for a student pursuing a career in engineering. And in your program, it says the scholarship is for $1,000. I just talked to Mrs. Phelps tonight, and it is supposed to be for $2,000. So that's great.
Matthew, bravo. This award goes to Matthew, bravo.
Outside of school, Matthew loves to spend time with his friends. One of his favorite pastimes is paintball. He plans on attending the University of Minnesota Institute of Technology, majoring in mechanical engineering. Receiving a scholarship for college would mean a great deal to him. It will help financially since his brother is also attending college and both parents are continuing to take college classes working toward degrees.
This is the fourth year the Burton Memorial Scholarship has been awarded, and it's given in honor of Edgar and Lorraine Burton, who are both graduates of South St. Paul High School and both involved in schools. Edgar on the school board and Lorraine volunteered in the schools. Presenting the scholarship tonight are their daughters, who also are both South St. Paul graduates, Jane Letson and Nancy Wiederhold.
We're pleased to present the Burton Memorial Fund Scholarship to Rachel Ogilvie.
Rachel would describe herself as being outgoing, a goal setter, and an achiever. She's been involved in soccer, basketball, and softball. She plans on attending the University of Minnesota, majoring in pediatric nursing. To her, receiving a scholarship would be an opportunity to learn more and have a positive impact on this world.
The next scholarship is provided by CHS Cooperatives for a student pursuing a degree in agribusiness or business. Presenting this award is Al Iden.
On behalf of our organization, we're pleased to present a scholarship to Margarita Grenitz.
Margarita enjoys spending time with children, singing, and playing an instrument. She was involved in band for 6 years. Margarita plans on attending St. Catherine's, majoring in business administration. She hopes to receive a scholarship in order to overcome financial issues and attend college. After moving to America from Russia and observing her parents' struggles to provide for the family, she has a great desire to get a degree and a good career.
The class of 1952 has established 2 scholarships, one for a male and one for a female, to provide assistance for these students to pursue future academic endeavors. Presenting these scholarships is Tom Hammond, a member of the class of 1952.
Thank you. On behalf of the graduating class of 1952, I would like to award those 2 scholarships, $1,000. The first scholarship is to Jessie Dislin.
When Jessie has free time, she enjoys being with her family and friends. She was involved in hockey, soccer, and track. She plans on attending the University of Wisconsin River Falls, majoring in animal science. Receiving a scholarship will help her pay for her education, and it would be an honor to receive one. If she received a scholarship, she would feel like her hard work during high school was worth it, and she achieved something that would help her with her future schooling.
The second award goes to Michael Verbout.
Michael is currently attending Inver Hills Community College through the post-secondary program at South St. Paul. To remain challenged, he decided to take his first-year calculus courses and first-year general physics classes at Inver Hills, so double majoring in math and physics in 4 years would be more realistic. He is also taking 6 credits worth of English. He has participated in football, basketball, and track at South St. Paul. He plans on attending Hamline University, majoring in physics and math with a goal to obtain a master's degree in physics.
Dale Shenyon, a past foundation board member, South St. Paul High School graduate, and his wife Betty, who's also a past foundation board member, established and provided scholarships since 1985. With this year's scholarships, Dale and Betty have awarded 61 scholarships to students.
Thank you.
You can't start yet. The recipient of the first scholarship that Dale and Betty awarded was Jackie Janer Kovacar. And she was unable to be here tonight but sent a letter, which I will read. Dear South St. Paul Educational Foundation and the class of 2005, I'm sorry that I cannot be with you tonight. It is hard to believe it has been 20 years since I received the Twin City Glass Scholarship. It was such an exciting night for me, and I'm sure it will be an exciting night for many of you. I was very grateful when I received my scholarship. My father died when I was 14 years old, leaving my mother a widow with 6 children. As you can imagine, our family had some rough times, both emotionally and financially. Higher education was something all 6 of us children needed to finance on our own. With the help of my generous scholarship, several part-time jobs, and student loans, I was able to finance 6 years of college education. I received my bachelor's degree in communication disorders from the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire and my master's degree in audiology from the University of Minnesota. I am currently working at the VA Medical Center in Minneapolis as a clinical audiologist. For the past 6 years, I've worked part-time, which allows me to spend more time with my 3 young children. I feel fortunate to be in a profession that I truly love. I would like to thank the South St. Paul Educational Foundation for helping students achieve their dream of higher education like I did. I especially want to thank Dale and Betty Shannon, then owners of Twin City Glass, for their generosity and faith in me. I will never forget this excitement of the night I received my scholarship. I wish the members of the class of 2005 the best in their future endeavors, and always remember that dreams can come true.
Thank you. Wow, that's good stuff. Well, tonight, the first one I would like to give would be to Luke Geneges. Luke, come on down.
Luke enjoys working, being with family, and participating in sports. He was involved in football, baseball, and basketball. He plans on attending St. Thomas, majoring in dentistry or business. A scholarship will make his dreams come true, as he doesn't have a lot of financial support.
Thank you. The next one is Stacy Tyson. Stacy, come on down.
A scholarship means everything to Stacy. At the age of 15, she was diagnosed as having right-side hemiplegia. She is so proud of her accomplishments, both mentally and physically, and she realizes that no matter what, if you work really hard and set your mind to something, you can accomplish anything, and not to let anything stop you or get you down. She plans on attending Minnesota State University Mankato, majoring in criminal justice. Graduating from college is an important step for her, and receiving a scholarship will help her achieve that goal and not cause financial hardships for her family.
The next one is Michael Wakefield.
Michael spends his free time helping around the house. He's the second child of 4 in his family. He spends a lot of time with his younger brother, who is 9. He plans on attending Inver Hills Community College, studying education. He would love to receive a scholarship because it would really help him with school next year.
The DASCOM scholarship was established in 2003 and is provided by Brenda and Scott Affelbacher, both of whom are 1973 graduates. Brenda is also a member of our board. We appreciate their support of our students. Scott will present the award.
Hi. I'd like to pass on tonight's seniors that through my career of what I do now, I've visited hundreds of classrooms across the upper Midwest, and I'd like to assure you that you have attended a top-notch high school that I've seen. So please take that with you and be assured that any school that you go to, that you can be proud of where you came from. Tonight's recipient is Linda Amescu.
Linda enjoys working with computers, practicing her English, and spending time with her friends and family. She plans to attend Inver Hills Community College, majoring in computer science. Receiving this scholarship would mean a lot to her. A scholarship would help her achieve her career goals and make it more possible for her to attend a post-secondary school.
The Edward and Rose Kuntz Scholarship was established by their children. Ed and Rose are both graduates of South St. Paul in 1937 and 1940, respectively. Presenting the scholarship is their son, Greg.
I'm privileged to present this scholarship in honor of my parents, Ed and Rose Kuntz, the two people that go to more South St. Paul reunions than anyone I know. And we would like to congratulate the recipient this year, Joseph Sims.
Joseph is interested largely in computers and electronics. Reading has been a favorite pastime for many years. He has been involved in tennis, math team, and key club. He plans on attending the University of Wisconsin-Platteville, majoring in electrical engineering. Receiving a scholarship would mean to him that the community supports his hard academic work in high school.
The George Karn Memorial Scholarship was established in memory of George, who taught art and coached hockey in South St. Paul. Wendy and Barry Karn, his children, will present the scholarship.
To all of you, first off, I'd like to wish you a healthy and happy life. And the George Karn Memorial Scholarship goes to Thomas Manazzi.
Thomas enjoys fishing, football, hockey, and the outdoors. Getting a scholarship would mean a lot to him because he has an older brother in college and a younger brother who will be entering college in a year, so his family will have 3 kids in college at the same time. He plans on attending St. Scholastica, majoring in business, journalism, medicine, or law.
The Inver Grove Heights American Legion Post 424 is another example of a community service organization supporting our young people. The first recipient of this scholarship is Jennifer Lee.
Jennifer likes to listen to music, hang out with friends, sing, dance, and draw. She plans on attending the Art Institute of Minnesota. Receiving any scholarship would really help her out because she would really like to continue in college to become an interior designer.
The second recipient of the Inver Grove Heights American Legion Scholarship is Jessica Richardson.
Jessica loves reading, art, drawing, and painting. She also likes to go out with friends and family. She's been involved in band throughout high school. Jessica plans on attending St. Paul College to study graphic design.
The Grace Jefferson Endowed Scholarship was established in 1984 by Grace, a retired kindergarten teacher in South St. Paul. She taught for most of her years at Roosevelt. The recipient is Michael Sherry.
Michael enjoys outdoors, hunting, fishing, and archery. His favorite pastime is playing football. In his spare time, he likes to build computers and play video games. Michael has been involved in football and wrestling. He plans to attend Winona State University, majoring in education. Receiving a scholarship would mean that he is able to receive a higher education and not worry as much about paying for it.
The Jim Kennedy Memorial Scholarship was established in 1993 by Family and Friends of Jim, a 1964 graduate. This scholarship is awarded to a baseball player or someone with a love of baseball, as Jim had. Presenting this scholarship tonight is Jim's brother, Paul.
Thanks, Susan. On behalf of our family and friends who made this scholarship possible, I'd like to present this year's Jim Kennedy Memorial Scholarship to Jacob Gobb.
Jacob has been involved in football, hockey, and baseball. For now, he wants to concentrate on baseball and play at the college level. During his time outside of school, he likes just to hang out with his friends. Jacob plans on attending the College of St. Scholastica, majoring in business management. If he were to receive a scholarship, it would make his financial situation a lot easier. Just getting the scholarship would make him feel like someone was interested in helping him to be somebody.
Did you win today? The Justin Andrew Myers Scholarship was established in memory of Justin, a 1995 graduate, by family and friends. For most of his life, Justin had a chronic illness, but his courage enabled him to graduate from high school and attend college. Presenting the scholarship in Justin's memory is his father, Robert.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to say congratulations to all of the 2005 recipients here tonight. I need to say quickly thank you to my family, my friends, and businesses around Inver Grove, West St. Paul, South St. Paul for all of their support to help make this a successful scholarship. On that note, I would like to call Mary Maher.
Mary is very concerned for people that are less fortunate than her. She has good family values and believes in working hard and dedicating herself to accomplish her goals. She enjoys taking photographs and sharing them with friends and family. She plans on attending Inver Hills Community College with a major in interior design. Receiving a scholarship would ease the financial strain of having 2 children in college at the same time. It would make Mary feel proud to receive a scholarship from a city where she has lived all her life.
The second $1,000 scholarship goes to Ryan Myers.
Ryan loves the outdoors and enjoys hunting and fishing. He has participated in competitive youth hockey and soccer since he was a child. Ryan also thoroughly enjoys making art and listening and playing music. He plans on attending the University of Minnesota Duluth, majoring in art. Receiving a scholarship would be an honor for him and would help tremendously in defraying the cost of college.
The Castle Yentz Endowed Memorial Scholarship is for a student planning to attend Stout, University of Wisconsin. Dick and Kay Castle, both Stout graduates, will present this scholarship which they've established in memory of their parents. And all 6 of the Castle kids graduate from South St. Paul also.
This scholarship is awarded to Gloria Solar.
Gloria is a hardworking student in school as well as at work. She intends to become a family studies teacher with a degree from Stout. She has been involved in soccer, basketball, softball, and student council. This scholarship would help her out a great deal. Gloria would not have been so concerned with loans and then can concentrate more on schoolwork.
The Key Community Bank Scholarship is another example of the support we get from our local businesses. And presenting the Key Bank Scholarship is Ed Rosenberger, who will be the manager of the new, soon-to-open Key Bank on Marie Avenue in South St. Paul.
On behalf of Key Community Bank, I am very pleased to present this to Claire Haggerty.
Outside of school, Claire has shown horses competitively for 9 years, and through working with them, she has learned perseverance, patience, and how to deal with setbacks and accomplishments. Claire has been involved in drumline, band, and soccer. She plans on attending Beloit College, majoring in journalism. Receiving a scholarship would mean more to her than just the financial benefit of making college more affordable. It would mean that she was recognized for the work she has put into school.
Chris Banaszewski worked for the Student Nutrition Services Department for 28 years. And she was a kind, caring, and loving person, full of fun, with a great smile and a great laugh. And everyone that knew Chris or came across her path would walk away with a smile. She fought a courageous battle with cancer and passed away last summer. Presenting the scholarship in Chris's name is her daughter Anne, who was a South St. Paul graduate, as was her sister Amy and her dad Willie.
Thanks, Susan. On behalf of my dad Willie, my sister Amy, and myself, I am very proud and honored to present this scholarship in my mom's memory to Tara Glass.
Tara's favorite pastime is playing basketball. She plans on attending the University of Iowa with a career in medical research. Receiving a scholarship would give her a great financial start to complete college and excel in the future.
The Ladies Auxiliary of Post 295 VFW Scholarship was established 4 years ago, and they provide 3 scholarships. Barb Meyer, Auxiliary President, will be presenting these scholarships.
On behalf of the Ladies Auxiliary of Gallagher-Hanson, Post 295, I would be pleased to present 3 scholarships tonight. The first one is Mark Danielson.
In his leisure time, Mark enjoys camping, golfing, and playing tennis. He also enjoys spending time with his family. He likes to take care of his 6 nieces and nephews. Mark plans on attending the University of Minnesota Duluth, majoring in business human resources. Receiving a scholarship would mean that his hard work and accomplishments have paid off.
The second scholarship is to Amber Neer.
Amber is very interested in video production. She enjoys drawing, photography, art. Amber loves to help others and do volunteer work. She also plans on attending Inver Hills with a career in social work. This scholarship means so much to her. Any help she can get to get through college, she appreciates very much.
And this third scholarship is to Kathleen Lang.
Kathleen is a hardworking student and has a strong work ethic. She plans on going to the field of vocational rehabilitation. Kathleen enjoys volunteering in the community and being in extracurricular activities. She has been involved in student council and band. Kathleen plans on attending the University of Wisconsin River Falls, majoring in social work. If she were to receive a scholarship, it would help her reduce the necessary payments required as a college student.
The Lincoln Center staff and the Lincoln Center PTA have teamed up to provide a scholarship for a student who has attended Lincoln Center. Presenting the scholarship tonight are Lynn Mueller, Assistant Principal, and Bill Sherrato, PTA or President. The PTSA.
Thank you, Susan. I'm honored tonight to present this scholarship on behalf of the Lincoln Center PTA and staff to Alexandra Albu.
Alexandra enjoys drawing, painting, and photography, as well as going to movies, plays, and concerts. She is interested in politics, global relations, and social justice. She plans on attending Princeton University, majoring in business and international relations. Receiving one of the scholarships from the Educational Foundation is important to her because she really wants to go to a private liberal arts college. Receiving one of these scholarships makes the difference between being able to go to the school of her dreams and settling for what she can afford.
Mae Matthews Dahl, a former elementary teacher, died unexpectedly in 2001. And in her memory, family and friends have established a scholarship to be awarded to a student who is going to pursue a career in education. Presenting the scholarship tonight are Mae's daughter, Debbie Clark, a member of our Board of Education, and her son, Scott Matthews.
We did it again. With our scholarship, we give her philosophy that went out with a lot of graduation cards. Take time to work, play, think, read, pray, laugh, listen, dream, worship, and love. And this year, I would like to say she would be very pleased with the fact that we are moving to IB K-12. It was her way of teaching.
The Mae Matthews Scholarship goes to John Feliciano.
One of John's favorite outside interests would be sports. He loves watching all sports, from tennis to soccer to the Super Bowl. He was involved in football and wrestling. He plans on attending Winona State, majoring in education, business. To him, receiving the scholarship is not just getting some money that would help him, but it is much more. It is securing the future. It is guaranteeing that he will advance and work hard in his schooling after South St. Paul High School. To Jonathan, it is putting him on the right path in life, a life of hard work and ultimate success. Receiving a scholarship would be a blessing.
The Margot, Mary Lou, and Jane Dowd Scholarship was established in 1997 by the three Dowd sisters. This year we have Mary Lou McGuff's daughter, Ann McGuff, presenting the scholarship. Last year, Mary Lou was here, and she had ALS and is no longer with us, but she was at the banquet last year, and this year we have her daughter, Ann McGuff, presenting the scholarship.
Well, thank you for this honor. These three women have been a great inspiration to me. And as you can imagine, three sisters, all graduates from South St. Paul. Many fond memories have been shared over the years with all of us of this wonderful community. I'm proud to announce that the recipient of this year's award is Kelly Rankin.
Kelly loves music, friends, and family. She enjoys working out and learning to cook. Kelly currently is a student at Dakota County for Medical Careers class in nursing assistance, and she plans on working through medical school to receive her RN someday. She has been involved in volleyball and softball. Receiving a scholarship to her would mean that she is one step closer to reaching her goals.
The first recipient of the Patty Murr Endowed Scholarship, Maureen Frances Ricard, will talk about what receiving a scholarship meant to her.
Thanks, Susan. Just wanted to tell you what the Patty Murr Scholarship meant to me. It was a great honor. Being awarded that had a big impact, and I'm going to tell you why. First, I want you to look around the room and just make a mental note of all the maroon things that you see. So look around, see what you see that's maroon. Okay, now close your eyes. All right, I'm wondering if anybody could tell me anything that's pink. Okay, now open your eyes. The reason most of you probably couldn't list anything that was pink is because you're only focused on one thing. and you were kind of too busy to see it. Patty Murr, she had diverse interests. She had lots of friends. She got involved in so many activities. She was bubbly, positive. She didn't focus just on one thing. She did not put limits on herself, and neither should you, the class of 2005. Seniors, moms, dads, in the next few months, you're going to have quite a lot of stress. It's going to be a whirlwind. So I challenge you to enjoy it, embrace it. Do like Patty Murr would. Enjoy it all, try new things. You could either stress out from fear or anxiety of the unknown, or you can embrace it like Patty Murr would have. And I guarantee you will not miss out on any of those other colors out there. And now a member of the Murr family is going to come up and award that scholarship.
Thank you, Maureen. I am very happy and pleased to present the Patty Murr Endowed Scholarship to Nicole Donofree.
Nicole has played volleyball, basketball, and softball throughout her whole high school career. Her outside interests include playing sports, hanging out with her friends, and going to the mall. Nicole plans on attending St. Catherine's, majoring in nursing. She's worked very hard in her years at South St. Paul, and to her, receiving a scholarship means that you are willing to go that extra step and make a difference. She also would greatly appreciate it for financial reasons.
The Polish National Lodge, or PNA 1033, is providing 3 scholarships tonight, 2 for a student attending a 4-year college or university, and 1 for a student attending a VOTEC. Leona Schultz, a member of the lodge, will present the scholarships.
Thank you. On behalf of PNA Lodge 1033, it is indeed a privilege to award the following scholarships. The first one is to Nicholas St. Martin.
Nicholas is a hardworking and very determined student. He has managed to balance a rigorous academic workload with participation in varsity athletics. He's motivated by challenges and will continue to strive at attaining a higher level of learning in college. He has participated in soccer, track, and Key Club. Outside of school, Nick enjoys being with his friends, helping out in the community, and keeping up with his interest in technology. If he were honored with a scholarship, he will plan on attending the University of Wisconsin-Madison, majoring in science technology.
The second PNA scholarship is awarded to Matthew Willems.
Matthew enjoys watching movies and playing tennis. He has participated in tennis and diversity leadership. He plans on attending the University of Minnesota, majoring in graphic design. A scholarship would mean less time spent in debt after college.
And the third scholarship, which is our vocational scholarship, is awarded to Cheryl Schwab.
Cheryl has been in dance for 12 years. She's in tap, jazz, ballet, hip-hop, and pointe ballet. She mentors at a dental office 3 days a week. She plans on attending Century College to become a dental hygienist. Cheryl would be extremely grateful to receive a scholarship because then she'd be closer to her goal of going to school for 4 years and being able to afford it.
The Sean Brown Endowed Music Scholarship is new this year. Sean was a 1997 South St. Paul graduate who was involved in vocal music, band, theater. He then attended the Air Force Academy and graduated from there in 2001. His life was tragically shortened by a car accident last summer. Presenting the scholarship in Sean's name and memory are his mom, Jolene Brown, and his grandparents, Emery and Carol Alverson.
We're proud to present this scholarship in Sean's memory to Nina Latexier.
Nina enjoys being with family and friends. She has participated in Varsity Singers Choir, which is a challenging and rewarding experience. She plans on attending Inver Hills Community College with a career in childcare or music. Receiving a scholarship would mean the world to her because it would help her pay for a higher education and will get her one step closer to earning a degree and having a career that she loves.
South St. Paul Futures established the next scholarship because of their belief in our youth. Presenting this scholarship is Kathleen Gaylord, County Commissioner and member of the Futures.
Thank you, Susan, and congratulations to all the class of 2005. I'm pleased to present the South St. Paul Futures Scholarship to Jennifer Conrad.
Jennifer loves being around people and really getting to know someone. Her favorite interests and pastimes are reading, working out, spending time with her little sister, and dancing. Jennifer was a member of Varsity Dance Line and plans on attending the University of Northern Iowa, majoring in marketing or sales. This scholarship would truly mean the world to her.
The Pepsi-Cola Company established the next scholarship to show their support of continuing education. The recipient of this scholarship is Emily De Leon.
Emily's outside interest is traveling with her family because she likes to see the history of different places while spending time with her family. She's been involved in dance and likes to play tennis. Her favorite pastime is volunteering and helping others who are less fortunate than herself. Emily plans on attending the University of Wisconsin-Stout, majoring in graphic design. Receiving a scholarship would assist in attaining her dreams and bring her closer to achieving her goals and furthering her education.
The South St. Paul Inver Grove Heights Rotary Scholarship will be presented by Kathleen Gaylord, Rotary President.
Thank you. As this year's president of the South St. Paul Inver Grove Heights Rotary Club, I'm pleased to present this scholarship to Lee Bear.
Leah loves being outdoors, going to the cabin and hanging out with friends and family. She also enjoys helping little kids learn. She plans on attending Scottsdale Community College, majoring in nursing. Receiving a scholarship would encourage her to continually put forth effort and achieve the goals that she has placed before her.
The St. Peter Family Scholarship was established by Bob Pavlak, retired St. Paul policeman, in memory of the St. Peter, in honor of the St. Peter family. Bernie St. Peter will be presenting the scholarship in his family's name. Bernie's a past foundation board member who was very instrumental in getting the foundation going, and he and I shared many days together.
We sure did. The St. Peter family proudly presents and congratulates Joseph Gobeli.
Joseph is a hard worker and very trustworthy. He likes to work and be with his family and dog. Joseph plans on attending St. Thomas, majoring in law enforcement. Receiving a scholarship would mean a lot to him because any help he can get for his education would help.
The Steve Toohey Scholarship was established by Brian Behringer, Larry Grew, and Dave Metzen in memory of their friend Steve, who was killed in Vietnam. And Dave, our past superintendent, is here to present the scholarship. David?
Thank you, Susan. In memory of Larry Grew and Brian Berenshire, who I'll mention just a bit later in the program, I'd like to have CC come up here. Courtney Carter.
Courtney loves to dance and enjoy the outdoors much more in the summer. She was involved in drama and choir. She plans on attending Monona State University, majoring in business communications. This past year, her mother had gone back to college, and a scholarship would help relieve a lot of financial stress.
The VFW Post 295 Endowed Scholarships will be presented by Post Commander Ray Hartung.
On behalf of Gallagher-Hanson Post 295 Veterans of Foreign Wars, I present our first scholarship to Ashley Balmers.
Ashley enjoys water skiing and snow skiing and spending time with her friends and family. Ashley plans on attending St. Cloud State University, majoring in elementary education. Receiving a scholarship would help put her through college and get her closer to her goal of being an elementary school teacher.
The second scholarship goes to Stephanie Glevy.
Stephanie has been a member of the dance team for 3 years. She plans on attending Minnesota State at Moorhead, majoring in veterinary medicine. Receiving a scholarship would not only mean a great deal to her, but also to her parents. She would have a sense of accomplishment and be very proud.
Our third scholarship goes to Darlene Hughes.
Darren's outside interests are playing hockey, playing disc golf, and being with friends. He was involved in the varsity tennis for 3 years. He plans on attending the University of Minnesota, majoring in accounting. Receiving a scholarship would help him to reach his career goals.
The Wakota Federal Credit Union was established to show their support of our schools. Christine Thurry of Wakota Federal will present the scholarship.
Thank you. On behalf of Wakota Federal Credit Union, I'm pleased to present the scholarship to Tyler Morales.
Tyler loves to fish and camp. During high school, he was involved in baseball, which is his favorite pastime. Tyler plans on attending Bethel University, majoring in business. A scholarship would mean a lot to him. He would be very grateful and honored to receive help to further his education.
The Waldhauser Family Endowed Scholarship was established in 1999, and it's for a student planning to attend a private college in Minnesota. The recipient of this scholarship is Brianna Gaddis.
Brianna enjoys creative writing and loves to travel. Some of her interests are dancing, working out, and spending time with family and friends. Brianna was involved with the varsity dance team at the high school. She plans on attending Augsburg College, majoring in journalism and mass communication. Receiving a scholarship from the South St. Paul Education Foundation would be greatly appreciated for her further education at Augsburg College.
The Wells Fargo Scholarship was established by the bank because of their commitment to the community in which they do business. The recipient of the Wells Fargo Scholarship is Andrew Pike.
Andrew enjoys hacky sack, disc golf, and paintball. He plans on attending the University of Minnesota, majoring in computer science. It would mean a lot to him if he received a scholarship to help him pursue a college degree.
The Zawacki Family Scholarship was established in 1998. Dick and his sister Kathy were South St. Paul graduates, and their mother Lillian worked in the kitchen as a cook. Their dad worked at what is now Flint Hills, I guess. Presenting this scholarship is Dick Zawacki.
As a 1967 graduate of South St. Paul, I can tell you that my first remembrance of Tom Pugh was seeing him stand in that line at Roosevelt School before 6th grade. On behalf of my father Ed, my mother Lillian, and my sister Kathy, it gives me great pleasure to give our family scholarship this year to Daniel Tanucci.
Daniel's favorite pastime is working with computers. He's especially interested in the security field and would like to do something challenging, such as preventing computer hacking. He also enjoys spending time with his friends on the weekends, seeing movies and listening to music. Daniel plans on attending the University of Minnesota, majoring in computer programming. He would be very grateful to receive a scholarship because it would reduce the amount of hours he would have to work, especially during the school week.
The family and many friends who were fortunate enough to have shared Mike McGinn's life with him, which was tragically shortened, have established this scholarship in his memory. The recipient of the Mike McGinn Memorial Scholarship is Hannah Nillis.
Hannah enjoys being active in school and athletic activities. She's always wanted to get the most out of her experiences in school and athletics. She has been involved in gymnastics, track, soccer, yearbook, and student council during high school. Hannah plans on attending the University of Wisconsin-Madison, majoring in accounting or business. Receiving a scholarship would be a great honor. Also, she thinks it is very important to help and give back to her parents after all they have given her over the years.
This is the 13th year that family and friends have made the Nick Boyevich Scholarship available in memory of Nick. Presenting this scholarship in her dad's memory is Jane Boyevich.
In memory of my dad, Nick, who dearly loved this South St. Paul community, and on behalf of his friends and family, I present this year's scholarship to Michael Labor.
Michael has hunted and fished his entire life. These have been very important activities because his entire family has always done them together. Michael also loves working with kids. The best part is making a difference in their lives. He has been involved in football, track, basketball, and student council. Michael would like to attend St. John's University and play football. A scholarship would be the greatest thing that could happen to him, next to winning the lottery. A scholarship will literally make his dream come true.
Bob Meyer will present the Mizpah Masonic Lodge 191 Scholarship. Mouthful.
On behalf of the world's largest and oldest fraternity, I am very honored to present this award to Maggie Brew.
Since Maggie was 3 years old, she told her family that she wanted to be a veterinarian. To this very day, that same dream is still in her head. Maggie was active in gymnastics and diving at the high school. She plans on attending University of Minnesota, majoring in veterinarian medicine. Getting a scholarship would mean so much to her. If she got a scholarship, it would help her pay for a part of her long 8 years of tuition. If she were to receive a scholarship, this would lessen the pressure of financial issues at her house.
The Debbie Kern Memorial Scholarship was established by Debbie, a South St. Paul teacher, during her courageous 3.5-year battle with cancer. Debbie had a very positive attitude and love of her students. and we'll remember her for that. The recipient of the Debbie Curran Scholarship is Leanne Dokniak.
One of Leanne's favorite pastimes is shopping and spending time with her friends. She's been involved in volleyball, gymnastics, and track. Leanne plans on attending Winona State, majoring in nursing or a health-related field. Receiving the scholarship means a lot to her because it would help her reach her goal of attending and graduating college.
The Governor Harold Nyantha Levander Scholarship is awarded to a student involved in speech or debate. Governor Levander was very instrumental in establishing scholarships, and he encouraged Fanny Gilbertson to provide a scholarship, which was really the cornerstone for our scholarship program that we have now. And Nyantha was a former member of our foundation board. Presenting the scholarship in his parents' name is their son, Hap.
My mother, who is here tonight, could actually present this award a lot better than I can, but she told me, Hap, you need to get up there and practice your communication skills. On behalf of my mother and my dad, Governor Harold Nyantha Levander, I am proud to present the scholarship award to Kelly Corbett.
Kelly enjoys working in the community. She has been involved in speech for 4 years. Kelly plans on attending the University of St. Thomas, majoring in either pediatrics or business. Receiving a scholarship would help her to be able to go to college and relieve the financial burden of paying for it.
The children of John Niola Carlson are demonstrating their support of our South St. Paul schools and the love of education and furthering their education that their parents had in establishing this scholarship. Presenting this scholarship is one of their children, Jeff, a 1957 grad.
Thanks, Susan. I'm pleased to award this scholarship to Reed Anderson.
Some of Reed's outside interests include going on ski vacations, fishing, and playing tennis. He plans on attending Gustavus Adolphus College to become an environmental scientist. Receiving a scholarship would mean that his hard work in high school would be recognized with an award from the foundation.
This is the 6th year that the Kaposia Education Center scholarships are being awarded. And the money raised for these scholarships is raised by the Kaposia staff and the PTSA. Presenting these scholarships is John Lalberty, principal of Kaposia Education Center.
Thank you, Susan. On behalf of the PTO and the Kaposia Education Center staff, it's my honor this evening to have Charles Vasquez come forward.
In his free time, Charlie enjoys spending time with his family and friends. He loves being involved with the South St. Paul baseball program and enjoys baseball very much. Some of his other interests include exercising, reading, and watching movies. He plans on attending the University of Minnesota Institute of Technology, majoring in materials engineering. He has worked hard in high school, and receiving a scholarship would be very meaningful and would help him pursue his next big challenge, which is college.
Our second $1,500 scholarship this evening goes to Amanda Granis.
Who are those boys?
Outside of school, Mandy enjoys helping care for animals at Animal Ark in Hastings, going to concerts, and being with her friends. She is a dedicated member of the South St. Paul Drumline and devotes much of her free time to this activity. Music is an integral part of her life, whether playing it or listening. She plans on attending Northern Michigan University, majoring in nursing. To receive a scholarship would help her pursue her career and pay for college.
The Kevin J. Leary Memorial Scholarship has been established by the family and friends of Kevin. Kevin was a friend to everyone and gave very freely of his time and resources to enhance the school experience. Presenting the scholarship in their dad's name are his sons Josh and James.
Thank you, Susan. We would like to present this scholarship in memory of our father, Kevin James Leary.
He believed that academics was the top priority in a student's life, followed by commitment to athletics and being active. It is with great pleasure that we award the Kevin James Leary Scholarship to Andrea Smilinich.
Andrea enjoys playing sports and hanging out with her friends. She's been involved in volleyball, basketball, softball, senior council, and yearbook. Andrea plans on attending Gustavus Adolphus College, majoring in accounting. This scholarship means a great deal to her because attending a private school can get very expensive, and receiving the scholarship would help her tuition costs.